between the Nuggets.
David Veese, it's all about experience, really. He knows that he's getting lined up here, and he knows he has to change the length up, and in the end, it's just too much bounce. He loses control of the shot, and he's never dropping this. And we just had in the left of our vision the dugout for Yorkshire Vikings, and they all, to a man, were on their feet at that moment. They realised the importance of the moment. Liam Livingstone has gone 15, 101 for 6.
Excellent catch from Johnny Tattersall. Had to first of all judge it, see how high it was going to go, and then try and judge how much distance he had to cover. Not a very happy looking dugout for Lancashire, but this is really good from Tattersall and Veese, as you say, 90.
Great replay, see him lining that up, something violent leg side, that's the shorter boundary, and you can see what it means to a lot of those players.
So Tom Hartley, new batter to the crease, off the mark straight away. So another very good over, wicket coming from it, and just the 4 runs, 13 overs gone, 102 for 6. The 2 right-handers, obviously challenging them to hit to the long side, but either way, got the backing of the captain. How was your pork pie, Nighty?
Very nice, thank you. Very nice. You had one as well, didn't you?
Yeah. You ate yours slightly quicker than me.
Oh, God, were you watching?
I was. Nicely timed by Hartley, which manages to find the gap. Beat long off. Bit of footwork.
Catch it!
Well, shouts of catch was put down. Sharp chance for Dom Bess.
He's a good fielder. I think he'll be disappointed that didn't stay in the hands.
Well, it sounded like a much cleaner strike on that occasion from Hartley, and it does go all the way.
Often does that happen? Drop catch followed by a boundary, often a 6. Meter the bat this time is the slightly shorter side. Taken or not? No.
So end of the 14th over, 115 for 6. So 81 needed from the last 6 overs. Have a little look at where Yorkshire were at the same stage. So not actually a huge amount in it. Obviously Lancashire have lost a few more wickets, key wickets as well. Josh Butler, Liam Livingstone back in the hutch for Lancashire. So Hartley and de Grandum, work to do. Ben Mike is bowled well this evening, 2 for 10 of his 2 overs so far. Well, this will go all the way as well. Fine leg down on the boundary, not even interested. He knew it was always going to be 6.
Just need one big over. I say just, it's not going to be straightforward when you're 6 down. But if they can find a way, Lancashire, of getting one big over from here, then all of a sudden, context of the game will change. Whether they can do that or not, because the bowling has been really high class on a flat pitch. The way that Yorkshire have bowled, they'll be very proud of things so far.
Well, and again slashed away, this time up and over the point region. I think that has gone all the way. Oh, excellent striking from Hartley, back-to-back 6s.
Yeah, this has to be the over. Perfect start for Lancashire. And then Mike under a little bit of pressure. First couple of overs going so well for him. Just a little bit of width, and that is the short side.
Well, helped on its way again. Maybe a change of pace on that occasion from Ben Mike, but it's just dropped short. David Wiese.
It's a great effort, isn't it? Great effort from David Wiese. 38 years of age, and he absolutely sprinted in. They knew the importance of the moment. If he could grab that. Have a look here. Nearly.
He's done well to stop it. How's Ben Mike going to get out of this over? 15 runs already coming from it. 2 deliveries left. A few changes in the field. Mid-off in the ring, extra cover as well. Short fine and short third. He struck that nicely, but good running in the end. I thought it was just going to be the single.
Yeah, that's a good comeback. There's 2-1-2 since those 2 6s. Under pressure, 17 runs. So it could be a 20-run over if he doesn't finish well here. He just held his nerve a little bit, having been clobbered in those first 2 deliveries.
Re-bowl that one. He's trying to keep the ball away from the swinging arc of Colin de Grandhomme and just slightly overcompensated. Hugely experienced Colin de Grandhomme, playing in English conditions. Played for Hampshire, Birmingham Bears and Surrey. So knows these conditions well, and Colin de Grandhomme trying to get something on that. Ben might have felt a little bit hard done by.
Poor umpire. Poor umpire. He's just been booed for the wide. Oh, dearie me. Lancashire man. Steve O'Shaughnessy, he could play one-day cricket back in the day.
Well, half stop, Shan Masood, but still allows them to come back for 2. So an excellent over for Lancashire. 21 runs coming from it. 60 still needed off 30. Lancashire 136 for 6.
There's 2 things I love: rugby and teaching. You have to look after yourself before looking after anyone else, and that starts with self-care.
Upgrade to new Dove Men Nourishing Body Wash, plus added moisturizers for comfortable skin.
When I feel and look good, that
neck. Yorkshire after 15, 139 for 3, but Lancashire 136 for 6. Has Colin de Grandon and Tom Hartley got a bit of magic? Just the man for this sort of occasion. Jordan Thompson. Oh, I love this dude. Takes the game by the scruff of the neck. None more so in the quarter-final at Surrey last year. He's back on here. Dominic Cork alongside me. Yorkshire's to lose.
Definitely from here. Yorkshire in control. 6 down, and they'll know another wicket. Obviously, de Grandon is the big wicket. Hartley's dangerous, 28 from 11, and he's trying to hit towards this leg side, the shorter side. Watch his varieties, his slower balls, back of the hands.
What I like is that he's one of those cricketers that you just feel when the game's on the line, he wants to be involved.
Well, also
thrives on the situation.
Absolutely, and you're right. They'll leave him till the end, so he'll bowl this 16th, and then they may hold him and say, okay, do we need to hold him? And we need to leave him till the last over just in case. So that's a good option.
Very well bowled. And like many bowlers are doing now, running up, some bowlers hide the ball as they're running in, but that transference from left to right hand just at the last moment, not to try and give any indication to the batter as to what's to come.
Yeah, at the back. This comes right out the back. Doesn't give anything away. What's he going now?
Another. It's all about disguise. Bowling slow balls, arm coming over at the same pace, same sort of length.
It's brave as well, because you've already bowled a slower ball and you're thinking, has Colin de Grandon picked this up? You're on about the from left to right hand. Watch, it comes over, so he's not showing anything, and watch how it comes out the back. Look how the seam is still coming down straight. So de Grandon thinks it's a normal ball. Pace on.
This over is forcing de Grandon into changing what he's trying to do,
which isn't his strength. So you've won as a bowler up to now. So you've stopped somebody who likes to club down the ground and towards the leg side. Now 5 good balls, just 1 run from this over. Finish it off. Finish it off with a wicket. What about that?
You've called it. What's de Grandon got in store? It's got to be 4. It's hardly ruined the over, given the fact that Lancashire require 14 runs and over with just 5 coming from it is a job very well done by Jordan Thompson. 141 for 6. And he may chastise himself, but he's bowled a superb over.
No, you shouldn't. You just shouldn't. It's such a good over.
You'd be the same though. You would.
You would
do as a bowler.
Absolutely, because we just had Darren Gough. Remember, they've got Cabirelli, they've got Otis Gibson, 3 very good bowlers. And you say to yourself, do not give that boundary away last ball. Even if you go for 1 or 2, it's an even better over. But still, 5 runs from that over, so good.
Getting plenty of applause down by the Western Terrace. Revis is back. Has picked up beautifully, should go all the way, and does. Great catch. Great catch. Down at fine leg. Pouched it beautifully. 6 to start the over for Hartley.
Look at the smile on the kid's face as well. Good catch, Dad.
That's a good shot, because he's hitting towards the biggest area, the biggest boundary. Watch this. Look at the balance as well. Yes. Yes.
He's just missed out on a grand though. Go one-handed next time. Superb catch.
£1,000 if you take it one-handed.
Yeah, I know. Well, Hartley's played a blinder so far. 14 balls faced, 35 to his name.
Look at where Yorkshire were at this stage, 153 for 3, so the game isn't over yet. It's Yorkshire's to lose, yes.
Great response. Really good response the last couple of deliveries after that first ball 6. Sometimes as a bowler you feel you're chasing it after getting hit for a maximum on the first ball, but he's responded well. Another Yorker, another drop ball.
Oh, it's just brilliant, Daggers. It's so good. Think about what Darren Goff was talking about, the younger players coming through. And think about the coaching staff, Cabirelli, bowling coach. Very good bowler at this stage of a game. Finish it off.
Just be a single. Revis has got a plan, he's sticking to it, it's working. Lancashire need a boundary.
Remember, last ball, as a bowler, don't go for a boundary.
Shan Masood going back on the boundary at long off. Up comes deep square and back goes long on. Third and finer, up inside the ring, looking full from Revis. And a slower delivery, a swing and a miss, and a brilliant finish. An expensive start, but well done, Matt Revis, keeping his nerve. 3 overs to go, 48 required, 148 for 6.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at fanatics.co.uk, a collection of officially licensed
Three overs remain. And David Visa is called upon to bowl his final over. 3 overs, 1 for 24. Might think about a second here. Swiftly enough, the boundary edge is Don Bess.
They've just bowled so well, Yorkshire, tonight. Bowled to plans. You can see the plans they've set. You can see now that they're bowling to that bigger side. You know, with Visa and all his experience, he's going to take pace off. Have Lancashire got that last punch? Have they?
Nicked and gone. Trying to think about the pull, pulled out of the shop, and it glances the face of the bat. Comfortably taken by Johnny Tattersall behind the stumps. And de Grandhomme has to make his way off the field.
Well, is this the last man standing for Lancashire? As in, can they get to there? This is a big wicket. Into the surface again, pace off, good catch. He's bowled really well, 2 big wickets. De Grandhomme has to go for 12. Lancashire in trouble. 149 for 7.
Well, Luke Wood can hit a long ball. He's going to have to hit plenty of them. 47 from 16. It's nicely guided. Probably just be a single.
Yeah, I think they've just bowled well. They've changed the pace. They've bowled into the surface. They've bowled to their fields.
He's almost gone that far across that he's played on to his own stumps. 150 up, by the way, in previous single. Look how far he goes, trying to access that short side. And very clever bowling, as Dominic Cork was saying. The plans have been good, the execution better.
And that's why in these games, will that be given a wide? I'm not sure. Peter Hartley. Oh, yeah, he's got a smile on his face. I think their execution has been excellent. But also you can't worry about what the opposition have got. Even if they've got Butler, Livingston, doesn't matter. Take wickets.
And it was interesting listening to what Darren Gough was saying, speaking to us earlier. You know, it hasn't been a great year for Yorkshire as a club, but it's moments like tonight that can change a season around.
But they've competed. I think that's what he was saying, is they've been close. I know he talked about whether they've competed. Another wide. And that's what you want. And we talked about the troubles, and we all know that. We've been watching it. But I think what you've got to do within that side is build that confidence. Young players, mix in a few senior players like David Visa, David Milan, Adam Lyth. Just get the team camaraderie right and the understanding of how to win games. Another good over for Yorkshire. Just 7 runs from it. 18 gone, 155 for 7.
Now you fancy it's a little bit much to do. David Visa well bowled. Here's 4 overs. 2 for 31. And it needs something miraculous. And 2 left-handers at the crease. And the short side not in their favour. Revis to bowl his last.
Just listen to the crowd now. Listen to that Western Terrace. This is what these nights are all about. Don't need to commentate over this.
Flicked away. Well watched in the end by Ben Knight. Oh, Luke Wood wants a second. It could be confusion. It could be trouble. It is! Lack of communication between Wood and Hartley. Hartley pays the price. The last chance for Lancashire goes by the way of run out.
Luke Wood just ran down. Hartley probably was a bit guilty of ball watching. Is he watching? Is he watching? Is he watching? He's not watching. He's not watching. Then the confusion could have been run out either end. But they wanted Hartley out. He was the danger. Good innings from him. He gone for 39, 157 for 8.
Could be another. Could be another. Oh, shelved. Very long time in the air for Ben Mike. Had all night to think about it.
They can start the last over in a couple of minutes now. 9:47, we're 9:45. So they're just trying to get through these last 3 balls.
Mike's in the thick of it again.
That's the home crowd that was actually barracking him then when the ball was going to him. That wasn't Lancastrians, that's their own crowd.
Unforgiving. Well, there's going to be no last ball thrillers this evening. Once more, an opportunity comes Yorkshire's way, falling in front of Bess. Revis, these last couple of overs of his, I think he's bowled superbly.
I think they all have. I think you can look at all of them. I don't think there's been one weak link. When you think about the Lancashire bowling, Wood up front, spinners who struggled. It was really down to Mitchell and de Grandum that kept Yorkshire under 200. Yorkshire have been excellent.
Sliced hard. His work for the evening. Wicketless, yes, but has been a huge contributing factor to this Yorkshire performance. 163 for 8. When you look at the performances, last 10 games, Yorkshire have just won 1 against the old enemy. 8 defeats, 1 tie, 1 victory.
That's what I said at the top of the show, Daggers. Forget form. This ground, this atmosphere, forget form. When you're in your home ground, it's like having 12, 13 men. Seriously, it just inspires you as a team. And credit to Yorkshire, even though we perhaps, and even Goffey said they were 20 short, they're going to go and win this game.
Thompson to start things off in the final over. The task too much for Lancashire now, 32 required. And it's brilliant to see that Western Terrace full.
It is if you're a Yorkshire player. It isn't if you're standing there as a Lancastrian. Look at it.
But as a neutral, seeing that.
It's brilliant. Great atmosphere.
That's what it's about, this competition. Nights like this.
I'm trying to think the other stand, Hollies at Edgbaston, when that gets rocking.
Well, might go all the way, and does. Another one dropped in the crowd, looking for that £1,000 in the back pocket. All in vain.
I bet he doesn't drop that.
It would have been a good evening out. This is how I tried to do it. Lancashire staring back-to-back defeats in the face. Once more, sounds like he's got hold of this. Bit of judgment needed. Just beyond. Fielder at deep mid-wicket.
You don't want a no ball now, or a wide. You don't want one of those.
Just shows how good this wicket has been, how well Yorkshire have bowled, because even when you're thinking someone like Luke Wood is still giving Lancashire a smither of a chance, and have to take something drastic from here.
I think that'll be safe. Spinning viciously in front of Adam Lyth. He negotiates it well. A little flurry from Luke Wood.
Well, even though we're not going to have one of these last ball thrillers, Daggers, it's still been a brilliant game. Just the atmosphere, what it means to them. The Roses clash.
There's bragging rights. There will be an opportunity to avenge this defeat at Old Trafford later on down the line. But when your record in Roses contest in the last 10 isn't good, you grab hold of these victories and you let your opposition know. Final ball then. I want to think about net run rate as well down the back end of the season. And Jordan Thompson to bowl it. And the celebrations can start around the home of Yorkshire County Cricket Club. Fabulous performance, both with bat, but especially with ball on this good surface against an international class batting lineup. The bowlers have stood up, bowled to their plans, executed them marvellously, and they, on the back of back-to-back wins now against Nottinghamshire and now arch enemy Lancashire, And their season has properly started in earnest now. You can see what it means to them. As for the Lightning, defeats in their last 2 games.
Yeah, really good performance. Runs on the board. Remember, they lost a toss. They wanted to bat first, got themselves to 195. We thought perhaps they were slightly short. Well, they weren't. They win by 15 runs, and like you say, took on that international batting lineup and comfortably win the game. Really good performance. A happy captain in Shan Masood. And throughout, from Visa to Best to Mike to Thompson to Revis to Chohan, they were excellent throughout and in the field. Good catching. Thoroughly deserved the win, Yorkshire.
He'll be delighted, Shan Masood, when you get into 3 defeats on your first 3 games. That sense of doubt will creep in, but having the belief in the players and the players' ability to come up and execute those plans, well, he'll be a delighted captain. Revis thought bowled very well. Night to forget for the England World T20 winning captain. Well, they've got plenty of nights left in Lancashire colours. It's going to be available pretty much throughout the Vitality Blast, I think. And Yorkshire will celebrate their 2 points that they've picked up this evening.